Mod you later.
Hello and welcome back. The basic idea behind today's tutorial is that we're going to be creating sections, or as Make Noise likes to call them, states in both Tempi and Rene, syncing them and switching between them. I'm going to be covering just the Rene today, so if you want to learn how to alternate states in the Tempi, check out my other video on how to add complexity to a beat above. The basic flow here is that we're using the CV outs from pressure points to choose states in the Rene and Tempi. It definitely requires some forethought, so you want to think about how you want to organize your song. In this example, we're switching between 4 states, so we're going to need to limit the states to 4 in the State Select page. We do this by pressing both arrows at the same time, pressing Y or State Select, designated by the white text, holding the left arrow, and adding or removing states. You can have 16 states per bank. You can choose the bank you're in by pressing State Select again and following the same process. So now that we have our states chosen, we're going to engage the Z mod in the global page by pressing C and then pressing the Z on button on the bottom left-hand corner. Now we plug in our CV source, pressure points, into the Z CV input, and it now controls which state we're in. You can also use the Z mod to use a gate to cycle through the states sequentially, essentially sequencing our sequence. Very meta. Okay, so let's test this out in real time. Our first section, or state, is going to be controlled by this column of pressure points. And we have both of our knobs turned all the way to the left. So this first state basically just has all of our percussion, or just a few different channels muted in Tempi. So we have this sort of droning chord coming through. And when we engage our second state, it unmutes those channels and the percussion comes in. So now our beats are coming in as well as a droning bass to kind of get our song going. So our next section, we're actually going to jump to the third state in Rene. I actually realized while I was doing this that the only difference between states 1 and 2 is that we're muting and unmuting Tempi. Oh, the joy of Modular. So now we have a more melodic section coming in. We have a few different tempos in Tempi coming through. So as you can see, if we go to our X channel, we're just using one row that's going through sort of different chord changes, being sent to our bass and chords. And if we head to our Y channel on Rene, I've got a single column highlighted, so that's just going to be triggering our kick drum with that 4 on the floor pattern. So if we go to our fourth section, it's sort of an even more melodic section, a little bit busier. We're doing things like we have the mod input engaged on Tempi, so a few different channels are switching between each other. We have a faster pulse going through on our Rene, so it's changing our notes faster. And now instead of one row, we have this whole grid opened up. Head to our access page, you can see some knobs are engaged and some aren't. The beauty of this is we can change it up as we go. So now everything's being selected, and it'll stay that way when we leave this section. So if we go to another one and come back, you can see those are still engaged. So it saves the settings in that state when you leave that state and come back to it. So yeah, it's a pretty fun patch. If you have any questions about some of the sounds I'm making in this video, feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you want to watch a more performed video of this song, you can check it in the link above. For this song, we're using the Basimulis Iteritas Alter as our bass, chord V2 as our chords, and we're using the CV out on the X channel of the Rene to control the notes of the bass and the chords of chord V2, so those are synced. We're using the gate out of the Y channel on Rene to control our kick drum, and I'm using some of the other tempos and tempi to control some of our other percussion elements. And I'm definitely doing some other stuff in here, but for the purpose of this video, we just wanted to demo out how through the push of a button, you can seamlessly move between states or sections of a song. Make your changes, have your fun in that section, and then move on to another section if you want. I'd love to try to do this in a live setting so that you can, build a song, have your section, switch to a next section, change it up, save that, go back to your first section. I don't know. Seems like the possibilities are endless. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, like and subscribe. If you want to see the full play out of this song in another video, you can check it out above. We'll see you in the next one.